What's up, everyone? Doyler here, and I've got a very special edition of our Flame Shrine series for you today. So, as you can see, we are coming back for round 2, at least in the video series, against Berea. For those of you that didn't watch or don't remember the first set of videos I had against Berea, we had a day 1 total of only 104 billion, but day 3 was the big day where we hit for 188 billion total with a single hit of 75 billion. We ended up just short of 400 billion, so I'm definitely hoping to break that this time. As you can see, randomized knocked out a solid 221 billion on day 1. I would love to beat him, but we're definitely going to do a lot of testing this time, and hopefully it's fruitful, but if not, maybe you guys will at least learn something. So, if you watched some of my earlier streams or videos, you will know that I did rebirth that useless fox and make a dragon. Well, finish the dragon. So what does that mean? That's right, we are going burnless today. So, in the front line, since we're not going to have that Deathsworn or Siggy, we are going to run our Ithaqua. She might get a few more actives. I think she can survive if we get that Heartwatcher replication down, but we will have to see. We're going to start out running her with my standard 3-2 split and Glittery Antlers cane. That said, ideally we would run a different stone on the Heartwatcher, the Ithaqua, because between some of the buffs we're going to use as well as the dragon, we're actually going to overcap on crit, but we'll get to that if we have to. Yeah, we'll see. I'll come back to that later, and maybe we'll re-roll a stone. We've got this Holy Attack stone already rolled, actually. I forgot I did that before this video, but we'll come back to that later. Keeping the Glittery Antlers cane on her, and full attack. We don't need Purify since it's Berea. We won't put Unbending Will on. I think she'll be fine. But we are going to go full red on the frontline Ithaqua. Let's grab some artifacts that we're going to need, because I always forget to do this beforehand. Yeah, why not? Okay, that should be all we need. So also in the front line, if you saw the other Berea videos, you know our boy Drake was an absolute beast. He effectively dodges a lot of those attacks and really stays alive for a while. We are going to run him with a 2-2 split. At E3 and with the skills I use, he doesn't really put out a lot of damage. I don't see myself getting more than 1 billion damage out of him, so I'd rather lose a few hundred million, keep him alive for his buffs and his debuffs. We are going to have that Glittery Demon Bell on him, because he will take a bit more damage to the front line. Hopefully he can get the Ithaqua and everyone else some more energy. Building him tanky, he looks good. Then, in our back row, we are going to run our girl Heartwatcher in that first slot. 2-2 split, speed HP, other Demon Bell, and she will run speed up. We actually don't need Purify on that Drake because we're fighting Berea, so might as well give him a little more tankiness. Same with our Heartwatcher. She does not need Purify. We will keep her with the speed, I believe. You know what? She doesn't actually outspeed Ithaqua anyway at E3, so we will give her a little more tankiness as well. It shouldn't matter if that Berea hits the back line. She is toast anyway, but you never know. Then, if you watch the Sigmund videos, you know that we are running tankier Delaciums, since honestly, even at E5, they don't put out a lot of damage until E5. So for now, we're going to keep them tank. Well, I lied. Delaciums are in the back row. There's no reason to run them tanky. If they get hit by Berea, they are done anyway. So we are going attack heavy Delacium. So standard old build we're running, 3-1 split. Queen's Blade, since it gave us the most attack. Attack stone. And on that second one, we are going to run the Punisher Staff of Immortal. Same setup. And actually, we grabbed that crown for no reason since we're not running damage reduce artifacts. And then finally, the reason we're going burnless, we're going to bring our new 10-star girl, Olivia, get those shrinks, and try and put out some absolutely monstrous damage. So we are going to run her 2-2. We'll use 5-star. It's fine. If she gets hit in the back again, we are looking far worse than we need to be anyway. C5 speed HP stone and magic source. I want her to get the fairy guard out early, especially for the healing on that Ithaqua and Drake in the front. Keep them alive a little longer. So, a little different than what we've been running, no burn. Let's see how it goes. I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So, Ithaqua and Drake in the front. We need them to stay alive. Heart Watcher in this slot, honestly, it doesn't matter. Again, if Berea gets an active off on that back row, we're looking at GG as it is. And finally, our new Big Boy Dragon at level 180. So I would love to see a hit over 75 billion. Our record is 90 billion against Molassa, so if we could get into those 9-digit numbers, that would be awesome. So we shrunk that back one, but alright. Black was living, that's good. So we shrunk the backline ones, unfortunately. The frontline one is where our Drake is putting his debuffs. Ithaqua did get that buff. If you look right here, the sword that looks like it's swinging is that dragon buff. So she is the one that really needs to get it. Got that shrink on the frontline one as well. Things are going well. We'll have a round 6 Phoenix active. Ithaqua got it. He got big, but still 384 million. This is looking super survivable compared to a lot of our earlier Berea runs that last video. Obviously, it depends on how quickly we can replicate those Heart Watcher buffs, but looking beautiful. Hit the Ithaqua again, that's great. And yeah, I mean, we are running with 1 E5 and 3 10-star heroes. So, not the whaliest of teams. E5 Delacium would get a bit more attack, but honestly, our bigger damage is coming from that Ithaqua replicate. Misses Ithaqua that time, that's unfortunate. We will check out these round 14 dots again, though, for fun. Let's see if we can see them. It's been super laggy as of recent. 3.9 billion, so this will be about an average run for us, I'm pretty sure. Nothing amazing, nothing terrible. Yeah, 68 billion, so not our highest against Berea, but super clean and consistent. Ithaqua's damage was a little lower than normal, but the dot replication was there, which is nice. So yeah, we're gonna run that one back. I do have another test for our next two, so let's see how it goes. Alright, so Ithaqua's going to get her heals off, so we should be good at this point. Perfect. It's Ithaqua, looking good. Olivia is such a beast. And yeah, I do love running the Ithaqua in the front line with that Drake. She's survivable enough, and then she gets just a touch more energy, maybe get a free active or two off. Dragon hits her, 610 million on the shrunken one. Awesome. Also, I realized I made a mistake earlier. We don't want 9-digit damage, we want 12-digit damage. Big dragon active on a shrunken target this round. Come on. He got big, but 700 million. We'll try and look at the dots again. I know it's laggy, but see how we're doing. $3.4 billion, so it should be around the same. The consistency is nice, because we are not replicating any of the burn or the dot from Sigmund. Yeah, 73.9 billion, just a hair under our old Berea record, but look how much safer it felt than those last runs. So that was fun. And we are on pace to beat randomized, but you know what would be better than first place? What if I told you guys we're going to try out a 5-star hero? You may have seen it or guessed it when I was talking my nonsense before, but let's try a 5-star Rogan out. If we get bloodthirsty, Ithaqua will heal a little more, although she might not need it, and that extra Warpath Roar damage on that Ithaqua might be beautiful. So we are going to build him full support. He is just a baby. And we need some assassin gear. What assassins do I have? I feel like I'm overlooking someone. I thought I had more assassin gear. Does someone have assassin gear that shouldn't have it? Follow-up question. We may not just have the assassin sets. I know I stopped making them because assassins weren't meta. Oh. 10-star Faithblade. You don't need this right now. Alright. So, 5-star Rogan. Baby HP Stone. What are we going to do with him? Well, we're going to replace that Olivia. We're going to give him that magic source for the round 1 active. And we are going to see if we can do anything crazy. We may not beat randomized today because of this, but look at this budget team. 10-star, 10-star, E3, E3, E5. We've got the dragon back in. Oh, right. Before I do that, this is the reason for the stone swap on Ithaqua. So with Rogan and the dragon gives us 20%, so we're already over 100%. Rogan gives us another 20. This stone not helping that much. We will lose out on this 55% crit damage, but we're still going to be rocking a solid, I believe, 90. Let's calculate that out. My math may have been wrong initially. Oops. So we've got dragon giving 10% crit, and our 5-star Rogan giving 10% crit. So we're getting 20% more crit basically every round after the first one. So we will be sitting at 78% crit. But I believe if we swap this out, yeah, so we're going to swap to the weapon this time, because that actually gives us a little more crit. So now we are looking at 83% crit. So we're not quite 100%, but it should help. Yeah, none of these are going to give us the crit we need. Okay, so we're going to lose out on some crits if RNG's not in our favor, but we are going to get that holy damage instead. And I believe that 5% crit is the most we can get from one piece of assassin gear. And yeah, were we to get Rogan a little higher, we could get better buffs out of him, but for now, 5-star, we're just here to test him out. Alright, I was just checking the assassin gear real quick. I believe 5% crit is the most we can get though. Yep, alright. So, 5-star Rogan, holy attack stone. This is either going to go beautifully or end in disaster. But let's hop in and give it a try. So Rogan will be more consistent since we don't need to worry about who the shrink hits. but I don't know if it's going to be as good of a buff and debuff setup. Also, it's a little more dangerous without that Fairy Guard round 1. But we should be okay at this point. Yep, we've got the debuff replicates out, so we should be golden. It was a little scary going. Oh no! Ithaqua down! This is a big rip. Although our Drake should live, so we should get a few billion out of this. Wait, what? We got 77 billion with Ithaqua dying that early? What in the world happened? That is our best hit against Berea, and Ithaqua didn't do anything. That is amazing. What is this going to look like if we can keep her alive? We're going to try the exact setup one more time. Pray for some RNG. That was insane, guys. Oh. Please live, girl. I want to see what you can do for us. Alright, we've got replicates out a little earlier this time. If she can make it, I think we could see something beautiful happen. Alright, I think really round 5 is when basically they get replicated so often we're golden. I think round 5 is the safe round. Hits Ithaqua, 330 million already, looking good. Rogan's not doing terrible damage himself. He's not adding a lot, but I mean, even at 5-star, hitting for 4 million, 3 million, it's a couple. Stats look fairly small, but I may be misreading them. Ooh, that one lost some debuffs, that's unfortunate. Oh my god, and the front line dies. There's no way this is good, right? Our back line is toast. We're not going to live much longer. Apparently, really? Oh man, that is unfortunate. We're going to live because we got the replicates back out, but this has to be worse, right guys? Let's watch the dots, just to see what they might look like. 2.3, so it should be okay actually. 45 billion, so not our worst hit. I wonder if building Ithaqua slightly tankier for setups like this would work, but we did beat randomized even with losing Ithaqua in 2 runs. 264.3 billion on day 1. That is awesome. And now we have a better idea of how to optimize this for day 2. I know this one took a little bit longer, but I am so excited to optimize this Rogan version of the team or run the Olivia version of the team for some consistency. Be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons if you like the content, and let me know in the comments what teams you've tried out. I will catch you guys tomorrow.